What day is it today?
Doesn't matter.
No, shit, that's really bad. What did I have for breakfast? Where were we this morning? I was just going to come to Cape Town and have a holiday.
But a lot of us in our 40s are quite digitally connected, so I thought we could share the joys of South Africa digitally to the rest of the world.
Wandering 40s is a concept about a reunion trip.
4 guys who were friends 14 to 17 years ago. People
Who still have a quest for adventure.
back in South Africa going on a road trip to celebrate our friendship.
We shared the whole trip constantly via social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Where people can follow you while you're on a trip.
So when we get to a town, we don't know where to go eat, or we don't know what to go see. We put it out there on social media, and then people tell us what do they think is interesting.
Life begins at 40.
You might grow old, but you might not necessarily grow up.
Okay.
I'm from...
Okay, my name's
Jonathan
Dodd, from England but live in Australia.
Jonathan is the eternal hustler from the UK. He's a Geordie.
My name is Yuri Senegal. I'm from Cape Town.
Yuri is a very creative photographer, also a very intelligent person. He's probably the grumpiest of the bunch.
I'm Vernon Adams. I'm originally from Cape Town. Grew up in Mitchell's Plain.
Vernon's the type of guy who will literally give you the shirt off his back.
He was a radio DJ, and as a radio DJ, he has a strong opinions on everything. And I mean everything.
Vernon seems to be organised where Colin is chaos, but you need both of those halves to make something work.
No, I don't think any of us have really truly grown up, particularly not Colin. Colin still lives like he's 20 years old.
He's the wild one. He's sort of spontaneous, socializer.
Colin McRae, I'm from Cape Town, but I live in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Often the best way to describe an eccentric is to say that he's a very special kind of guy.
Maurice de Nome is an interesting character. He was actually
Fell into hands
was liberated.
ever so slightly illegally. He's a well-travelled gnome.
He's been with Colin all over the world.
Been all over Europe, all over America.
And now, it was fitting that he took him back to South Africa, where he can experience the country where he was originally supposed to be.
So you're going with Colin. And they all laughed at me like it was the worst possible thing anyone could do.
We're going for bungee jumping in Soweto.
And who's bungee jumping?
You.
Colin will do what we tell him. That's why. He has no choice.
Shitting myself. Hashtag going for it! Hashtag New South Africa! Yeah, starting the day with a bang. Yeah.
Okay, right. It's time now.
And I got to the edge, and then, like you say, and I looked over, and I'm like, no. I was like, no. Hair raising and scary. Maybe I'm too old for that.
You don't want to cuddle after this.
No.
Pronouns Holy Tata. So they gave him Nell.
Holy chacha.
Holy see?
Did I say it?
Holy Tata.
Holy sasa.
Tata.
Sasa.
Holy Tata.
Holy sasa.
Holy class.
Holy.
Mama
I went to Constitutional Hill as someone who was touched by apartheid, and what I could share with the others who were looking in on my experiences, you must go here. You need to feel this.
I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished an ideal of a democratic and a free society, where all persons shall live together in peace and harmony. It is an ideal of which I live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal of which I am prepared to die.
Constitutional Court was quite good. I'm glad that I got to sit at the table in the Constitutional Court.
Pow! 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 Stop looking at me. Pow!
I didn't even know he boxed, to be honest with you.
What can I say? We owned it.
This is my last piece and I have to go back.
Fucking awesome, that's what it is. Just see the top of the baby as it was just bounding through the grass there, the long grass. That bull walking down the road towards us, and then we had to back up. I could have stayed there all day. Oh, we should maybe have a cheeky beer. What do you reckon?
Please.
See you.
I know you do well.
Yeah. I reckon we're the oldest people doing this, right?
Probably, I reckon you're right.
It's a kid's ride.
Bob, I want to stay in the water, Bob.
You come off the edge, you leave the slide for a couple of seconds, and just free fall down.
It's fake beach, fake rocks, fake waves, real fun.
I'm having the angry duck. It doesn't come in mild, only medium and hot. This is very active.
The duck is so angry. It's left him worried. Make peace with the duck.
Well, leaving the beautiful Maslow Hotel and the sunny province of Gauteng, we're off to Durban, or as some people have called it here, it's Josie by the Sea.
Wandering 40s. Here we go, guys. This is for you.
No words can describe how awesome it is to be on top of a World Cup stadium, and you've got 360 Durban.
South Africa went through a very challenging, obviously it's well known, it's a challenging history, and it still has issues today.
Being grown up in England, obviously, never really saw too much about the apartheid government. We knew about it, but it wasn't really broadcast very much. I didn't really know that Gandhi played such a big influence in South Africa's history until going to Constitution Hill and then into Durban, where he's home, and that is. Some of them really did kind of touch you when you look back at the old newsreels. For some reason, when I thought I was going to go to Mandela's capture site, I didn't know what to expect. The sculpture with all the bars that go up, and you can only see it. And looking at that and just thinking, wow, that's absolutely amazing.
I think the road trip to Isilvana and Rorkestrip was fantastic, phenomenal.
That's absolutely stunning. Everybody on the trip just said, every time you turn a corner, it's a different landscape. From the mountain ranges, the windy roads with the 200-foot drops on one side,
but it was a complete eye opener about the beauty and the lushness that you have in South Africa, which is it's not that kind of image people have of South Africa, this lush green place with rolling mountains and stunning hills.
And it's beautiful colors. You can point your camera in any direction, and any picture you take is like a stunning piece of work.
One of the most beautiful breakfasts in the world. How's that? I just can't imagine anything more beautiful. But when you're standing on a battlefield where hundreds of British soldiers have lost their lives, but you're also looking at the African villages that are around them, and you're thinking about Zulu culture.
My mind is spinning about how much we've managed to fit in, and all the people that we've met. The guide in Sundwana, he was just such characters.
I want to find others who would never have gone to the KZN battlefields, and I want to say to them, go. There should be nothing holding you back.
The Rorke's Drift in particular, I thought that was absolutely fascinating, looking at the hotel and the old buildings and just being on the actual battle site and thinking, geez, 130 years ago, all of these guys having these crazy hand-to-hand battles with 5,000 Zulus.
You need to hear and feel that story.
Rushing to catch a plane.
I'm having breakfast in the car because this motherfucker insisted that we go for one final drink last night. What? Goodbye. See you.
There you go. That's not a homeless person. That's actually Colin.
Wake up, baby, when I tell you you love me. Wait.
show the world, baby me, and all night long.
Log cabin in the middle of Nice.
Oh, baby, you dance and dance with them. He smile in your life. Oh, baby, there's me and maybe me. I know the world.
Look how big my oyster is. Oh, it's huge. I've never seen it that big before.
And this world. And that was the truth, and then the truth.
That was the best oyster I've ever had.
So you cry.
And then Neisner, God, Neisner was amazing. The boat trip and looking at the headlands.
We are heading towards the Neisner Heads.
I can dig this. Alright.
I'd be terrified if it was Colin.
I feel a bit like Dexter.
Utzon. Like, say that again, Jordy. Utzon? Utzon?
The Kalahari Ferrari.
Can you imagine? Out of all of the things we've done together,
It was nuts, eh? It was absolutely madness. Yeah.
Basically it's nature as an art piece, and I think what really was the cherry on the cake was seeing one of the guides singing Ave Maria in the beautiful acoustics of the main cave. It was phenomenal. It was spine tingling, goosebumpy. It was one of those once in a lifetime experiences which I will never forget. shall call it Gnome Land. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. More than a feeling!
More than a feeling.
This was definitely not on my list.
I don't care about the shark. We'll just push Colin out the front. You can get him.
Hello, Jonos!
That was beautiful.
Amazing. Amazing.
That was rocking! How was that, Colin? That was fucking awesome!
So I'm 20 years older than you, 40 years old.
One doing 40s.
I'm in my sexy 60s.
That's pretty much the end of our trip.
Where are you from? Ireland. There you go, conclusive proof that Irish people are mad.
I want to say thank you to best mates, good times, and one of the best experiences of my life so far.
So we're going to a Mexican restaurant because somebody on Twitter suggested it.
I think we saw pretty much every different type of landscape you could have.
South Africa is it's a massive place. People forget how big it is. There's so much to do here, but you can do it. I mean, we did it in a week. I can't believe how much we packed into a week.
It changes so quickly. Geez, it's like an African painting, you know.
Yeah, thick.
Look at it all. Look at the only person in the restaurant who's too cold. He needs a blankie. Oh, he's got a blankie. What made the trips especially good was I was doing with friends.
You can add all the adjectives and superlatives you want to, right? But somewhere when you're traveling with good friends, to me that's been amazing.
Just every single aspect of it has been just a pure adventure.
There's so much to do in South Africa that yeah, you need more than a week. That's all I'm saying.
Stunning, eh?
Constitution Hill to Table Mountain.
End of the line.
End of the line on top of town.
Not quite yet. We still have to give Maurice the burial at sea.
What are you talking about? I just got here.
Yeah, it's truly, I'm going to get back home and I'm going to be in shell shocked for about 2 weeks trying to recover from, my brain trying to absorb everything that's gone in. I don't think I've ever had a holiday that quiet, even comes close to the holiday that I've had here.
What better way to end the trip than on Table Mountain? The most famous mountain in the world and the most beautiful city in the world. Maurice, you've come home.
It was amazing how much we could do in 10 days, how many things you could pack in a day by just taking 1 or 2 flights into the country and driving a bit.
And we've barely touched the surface of what you can do in this country. It's just unbelievable what South Africa has to offer.
It's been emotional.
It's been
That's one word to put it, yeah.